All right, Fiona Anderson back with us from Business in Vancouver. Good morning once again. And
Good morning.
We're talking about 2015 and what Canadians are hoping to do.
Financially, yes, that's right. It's time to make all those resolutions, and one of them we always make is finances. Try to get our finances in better shape. So Nielsen Polling on behalf of CIBC does a survey every year and asking Canadians, what is your top financial priority? And this year, like the last 5 years, the top priority was paying off debt. What's interesting about this is that it's actually grown significantly over the last 5 years. I've just put up the last 2 years in these boards because 5 years is just too many numbers. But basically, 22% of respondents said that paying down debt was their top financial priority for next year, compared to 16% a year before and about 14% 5 years ago. Building savings is, stayed pretty steady over the 5 years. Paying bills and getting by, that 10% said that was their top priority for 2015. Slightly up from last year, but also up significantly for 3% in 2012. Managing day-to-day spending or budgeting, that's stayed pretty well steady. But what's also been affected is retirement planning. You see only 5% of Canadians put retirement planning as their top priority, down from 7% last year, but down from 13% 5 years ago. So that's a concern. So people are focusing on paying off debt. Now that's good, because we know Stats Canada's latest numbers said that we are now holding record debt. Canadians hold about 162% of the disposable income in debt. Now, when you think about that, disposable income is your after your tax income. Let's say you make $60,000 after tax. 162% doesn't sound like that much. Of course, if you have a mortgage, you're going to have a mortgage that's probably worth more than $60,000. But this is the average across all Canadians. And actually, a lot of people don't have mortgages or don't have debt. So that is a high number, and it is, as I said, a record high number. So it's good that people are paying off their debt or aiming to pay off their debt. Maybe not so good that they're not focusing on retirement. Especially true when we're looking at older groups. The groups, let me see what age, the 45 to 54-year-olds said 31% of them said that paying off debt was their top priority. And then for 55 to 64-year-olds, that's the people that should be just on the cusp of retirement, 25% of them said they are still paying off debt. So they are paying off debt rather than saving for retirement. Perhaps a concern going forward.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Fiona.
Thank you.
And Happy New Year.
Same to you.